when we're going through this process with an athlete, what I'm really looking at is asking them, what is it that you want to be focusing on? What do you think is important? Fortunately with Eden, because she's part of the MPP program, we have the performance director of the MPP program that's been here for the last week with Eden, so we're getting some feedback from those individuals, and then we're looking at the testing. What do we got? What haven't we got? And then we put all that together. We use objective testing just to make sure we're on the right track, and then we basically do what we can to make it all happen. What we're going to be doing is just a couple of tests, a drop jump counter movement test. Just 2 weeks ago, did some testing with Eden as part of a group with the timing gates. So we've got her acceleration and top speed times. The acceleration times are looking really, really good. Talking with Eden just today and having seen Eden play numerous times over 3 years, one thing we're going to be looking at today is the ability to decelerate. Her change direction is actually very, very good, predominantly because she can accelerate hard and fast. So what I want to do then is develop a little bit more braking capacity, which is going to be coming from physical qualities, but it's also be coming from position and technique. So there's going to be a bit of a skill development going on as well. So if she can brake harder, brake faster, use the acceleration speed she has, then she's going to be unstoppable in that change direction, way more effective, which is actually the kind of game that Eden has. Eden has a fast, shifty, change direction kind of game anyway, and is a great three-point shooter. So we're going to take those strengths and see if we can make those strengths even better. So the counter movement jump and the drop jump, we're looking at some of the performance metrics, but I'm also looking at the braking, control, landing metrics. How well is she able to control forces going through the body on landing? And can we make those better through the physical quality development, but like I said, also through some skill-based technical understanding as well. Something that's really important in this kind of situation is really looking from a practical basis, how much time do we have and how many sessions or how many times can we expose that athlete to a certain stimulus to get the adaptation we're looking for. Really important we start looking at these time scales, because when we think of, say, oh, we're going to try and make this person stronger, true changes in strength take a lot longer than 3 weeks. They're looking more in that 6 to 8 weeks plus range. So realistically, we're probably not going to make her that much stronger, if any stronger at all, from a pure force output basis. What we might do is might be able to tap into some strategies she can use, some understanding she can use to increase force output, but we're not really going to get her potential or a ceiling up in 3 weeks. So realistically, what we need then is to look and go, based on how long we think it might take to develop certain attributes, we then pick and choose from there. So we're not going to try and get her any stronger. We're probably not going to try and get her too much more powerful, again, because of time. So we really got speed and braking, and those potentially we could get through in those 10 exposures. That's a far more realistic thing we can actually make changes to. Otherwise, we're just training like we were training, so if we got 6 months and we don't. So we head outside and just look practically at what happens with things like change direction, shifting one foot to the next, and so on and so forth. So like I said at the beginning, we're looking at improving the physical qualities, but also improving the skill, the technical component, understanding of how to put a body in certain positions.